Well, hello everybody, Tim W. Rago here, games, movies, and vlogs. How the hell is everybody today? Now, this is a video I have been wanting to make for the last 3 days, and I never got around to doing it, you know, because life and other videos, but now I finally have a chance to do it. So, this video here is going to be my first trailer review. I don't ever think I've done these before. Well, I mean, I have, but, I've done reactions, but never actually reviews, and as you saw by the title, it is going to be the Monster Hunter movie that is supposed to be coming out in theaters in December. Now, what I have is a bunch of, screenshots, excuse me, from the trailer, but the way I reordered these screenshots is how I predict the movie is gonna go, like the events of the movie. So here we go. So the first bit of screenshots we have here is Mila Jovovich's character and some other characters. I don't know who the actors are. Mila Jovovich is like the only one I recognize. See, like, this army unit out in the desert hears this intercom thing saying that there's a rift somewhere that takes them, I guess, and then the connection just cuts off. Now, this is very interesting because, I mean, Paul Anderson, the director of the Resident Evil films and the first Alien vs. Predator, it is just so crazy that this is the gaming franchise that he wanted to make a movie out of. He said that he was a fan of the games, and frankly, so am I. I have one of the games, Monster Hunter Freedom 2. So, in this trailer, I've noticed two nostalgia things that I recognized immediately. Why? Because I fought them and did it in the game before. Now, this shot right here, the cinematography of this movie is giving me a lot of Monsters Dark Continent vibes, especially this shot right here, because, I don't know, it feels like an independent movie. This really does. It feels like an independently made movie, despite it coming out theatrically here. And it's just so crazy that Monster Hunter, the game franchise anyway, excuse me, is like in another world, like this fantasy world, and yet you have an army unit going in. Like, I just find that very interesting. Oh my god, this shot's gorgeous. This is a beautiful shot. I love this. Like, they talk about the you see those two things sitting on the ground there. They say markers. Like, one of the characters, you hear him say, "What are those markers for?" And in a little bit I'll be showing a close-up of said markers. Here we go, right here. Look at the strange, like, the markings on these things. This is, like, really odd. I don't know what desert they're in, to be perfectly honest. God knows where they're at. But overall, the cinematography looks really good. But that marker, though, just looks like, wow, what is that? Like, seriously, this is just really odd. And then, like, this is the part in the trailer when they find, like, tire tracks. You'll notice there's tire tracks on the ground behind them, and they stop behind the tire tracks, and they find out that they're the first unit that was out there that they heard over the intercom has just gone missing. Like, the tracks stopped there, and then they went missing. Like, you can tell, look on the ground, you see the tire tracks just stop, and then after that, the ground is smooth. So it's like, where do they go? And Mrs. Jovovich actually points it out. She said, like, a whole team just does not go missing. So it's just really odd, like, oh crap, like, oh shit, where'd they go? Yeah, see right here, this is where her character says that a whole team of soldiers just doesn't go missing. So, You have all that good, so you got this like small little thing. When I predict that this is gonna be like the very beginning of the movie, like this is gonna be maybe like the first 15, like the first maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden you have like these dark clouds start coming over that ridge. And in a little bit, the dark clouds reveal themselves to be like the rift that was mentioned earlier over that little communication device. Just give me a second. I'll show more. Like, I watched this trailer. Yeah, here we go. This is where it starts like rolling toward the group. And I watched this trailer, yeah, like 3 days ago, and I'm sorry again that I didn't get this video out until now. I really wanted to get this video done a lot earlier, but sadly I couldn't. Anyways, what do you call? Just look at this, and you can tell, if you can see, like way in the foreground, you got like the two. The Humvee and the other vehicle in the back, like trying to get away from this, and that is just so crazy. In a little bit, they actually show what the inside of the rift looks like when the vehicles get sucked up in there. It just looks really, really freaky. It's like they're trying to get away from it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, shit, what the hell's happening? What's going on here? It's just really, really crazy how this whole thing, it's like they just get sucked in, but, and it's all connected with those weird markers on the ground. Like, that's kind of obvious. Like, the trailer made it obvious that those odd markers on the ground are connected with this rift or whatever. And if you give it a sec, if you give it a little bit, I mean, the special effects for this are very, what do you call it? Like, the way they get sucked into this whole thing, it actually reminds me of the episode of Godzilla, the animated series, it reminds me of the episode Future Shock, when all the characters, the main human characters, they go into a storm of literally, like, just lightning and get thrown into the future, or basically get thrown into another world. Yeah, here we go. You see, like, the Humvee in the trailer just, like, gets thrown all over the place, and this lightning starts hitting it. Now, for those of you who have not seen the trailer yet, I will put a link to it in the description below here. I know there's, like, a bunch of trailers, but the one that I'm gonna put in the description below is the one that I saw. So, yeah, I just love the look of the lightning. It's all, like, bright blue. Oh, and then, here you go. Then, this is where the movie really gets started. Like, they're transported to another world. And you can tell that this desert has to be South Africa. It has to be, because I have seen so many movies where they have deserts like this, and they've all said that this was in South Africa. And what I just find so cool is that you have, like, a Humvee, and then you got like some other, like this dune buggy looking vehicle. I don't know what vehicle that is, but yeah, that's clearly South Africa. You can tell. Anybody who has seen Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, has seen this desert before. And also, I think in the Incredible one, Hulk 2003, this desert's in the movie, or a desert a lot like it, I guess. I wonder what these are. Like, they look like ribs. It looks like something's rib cage or something like that. But I think those are all CG, like they were in Kong Skull Island, because in Kong Skull Island they admitted that the bones in the ground were CGI, and these look CGI. That just looks badass. Mila Jovovich on a machine gun turret. That actually looks awesome. Like, it's cool enough seeing her in the Resident Evil movies, but now it's like seeing her in the army. I don't know, like, I don't know. I love both her characters equally, so I really wouldn't know. Then you got this dude. He kind of looks familiar, but I don't know who he is. And one thing that I do have to point out, actually, okay, before I even get to what I wanted to point out, one of the other military characters, he says, like, what are we, Guardians of the Galaxy now? I'm sorry, I thought that line's funny. I think that line's funny. Oh, and then you got this character here, I think, my prediction about this character is either one, he is a native of the other world, or he is the only survivor of the other army group. Like, those are the only two other explanations I can possibly think of for this guy. And, one thing that I really want to point out is, in the comments to this trailer, there's so many negative comments. I hate that. It's like Paul Anderson's movies, from the first Alien vs. Predator to the Resident Evil franchise, just get hated on. It's like, I feel sorry for this guy. I feel sorry for this director that his movies get hated on so much. And then this is where the action, like, really picks up. Look at this monster. This, I shit you not. There's a video on YouTube, here on YouTube. I'm gonna link this into the description below also. Paul Anderson made absolutely sure that the monsters in this movie look just like the games. I shit you not. He sat down with two of the game developers of one of the Monster Hunter games and showed them that he made the monsters look exactly like the games, almost copy and paste from the games. Now, that's dedication, I think. In all honesty, like, making sure that it sticks to that world, you know, while also creating its own story. In all perfect honesty, and I don't know what this monster is. I've never fought it before. The only Monster Hunter game that I have is Monster Hunter Freedom 2. So I really don't know what this thing is, but it looks awesome. The CGI is amazing. I'm talking like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom amazing. Or at least, like, along the lines of Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So, yeah, I know that the scenes, the way the editing on the trailer was, like, I feel like they were, like, completely out of order. That's why, like, the order you're seeing these screenshots, like I said a while earlier, was, this is just my prediction on the events in the movie, on which one. Okay, look at this. Now this sticks to the game right here. Look at this bow and arrow. That's from the game, or one of them, because I've seen a bow and arrow that... I've seen that bow and arrow, or something a lot like it, just different colors in the game. I mean, seriously, Paul Anderson knows what he's doing. He's just creating his own story in the Monster Hunter universe. In all honesty, well, I really hope this gets a sequel already. I'm actually hoping this gets a 2. No matter what. And these monsters here, I have fought these in Freedom 2. This is nostalgia trip number 1 for me right here. Because these ain't Kylosaur looking things. They did travel in herds. He got that right. And he got the designs so perfect. That was amazing. Oh, and then this temple here, I'm not going to take any guesses about this, because I'm getting a lot of 2016 Jungle Book vibes, you know, just in some Last Airbender vibes from this temple, so that's what it reminds me of. But seriously, the monsters that were in the screenshot before this, quite literally, I have fought those things plenty of times. They're really hard to kill, actually. And the fact that the fact that they put him in this game and put him in this movie is awesome. I love the look of this mountain. Like, I love the look of this of the world of the monsters. It looks really awesome, especially this mountain. I love environment shots in a movie. I love how environments look. And then there's these giant bugs. I have fought in giant bugs in Freedom 2 before, but I don't think they were anything like this. I don't recall ever fighting these things, so in all perfect honesty, I don't exactly have an opinion. I don't have an opinion about these things. Like, seriously, what are they? Like, what are they, like spiders or scorpions or something? I have no idea. It's kind of freaky. It's actually a little freaky. Oh, man. But I just love, like, how much, like, there's an abundance of monster action in this trailer. Oh my god, this is nostalgia trip number 2 for me right here. The dual blades, I may not have exactly had those particular dual blades. They're either, I don't know if they're from any of the games or they're an original design, but before I got the bow gun in Freedom 2, I have used dual blades before, and when you put them together, they surge with power. So, yeah, the fact that that's correctly done in this game is awesome. And then here you got more of those, I always call them ankylosaurs. I don't like the names of the monsters in the games. I really don't like the names. I always make up my own names, and since these monsters look like ankylosaurs, I call them ankylosaurs. Oh my god, I don't know why they're all going over the cliff. That's just, wow. In all honesty, it kind of reminds me of the scene from the 2005 King Kong remake where the brontosaurs go over the cliff. Like, it just feels random. Like, it just feels so random. Like, what do you, honest to God, have to do? One thing, though, that I really do hope is that the sounds of the monsters are in the movie as well. Oh my god, this dragon. That is the best piece of CGI in this entire trailer. Like, the CGI is great as it is, but this wyvern, yes, I'm calling it a wyvern because that is the actual dragon type that this creature is. It's a wyvern, and wyverns do not breathe fire. I don't know why movies love to have wyverns breathe fire. This movie, Reign of Fire, among others, and the only movie that got wyverns right is the Sci-Fi Channel original movie simply called Wyvern, where the monster did not breathe fire at all. But it's still a dragon, so I guess everyone loves the idea of fire-breathing dragons. So, anyways, here, I think this is towards the end of the film, or getting towards the end of the movie. Like, I tried to get the explosion that happens right after this. I tried to get that screenshot, or at least find it, but I couldn't find it, like, right after Mila Jovovich shoots the RPG at this thing. Like, seriously, I tried really hard to get it. Okay, I tried really hard to find that screenshot, but I couldn't get it. Okay, this right here, I think this is the very end of this movie. I mean, this is, like, how the movie ends, I believe. You got this plane just flying over the desert. And I think what happens is, like, that dragon just, oh my god, the CGI is just amazing. Like, my prediction is that this dragon comes through the rift into our world and takes down this plane. Like, seriously, just, I know I've commented on the CGI already, but it just looks amazing. Like, they put a lot of time and effort into making these monsters look and feel very real. I mean, the best thing I can compare this to, other than Godzilla King of the Monsters and what other movie did I say? Oh, and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, is Game of Thrones. I may not have seen Game of Thrones, but the CGI for the dragons is really good. Yeah, see, this is like towards the end of I think this is like the last monster battle in last fight in this movie where Mila Jovovich takes on this dragon and kills it. Like, seriously, it's like she goes through her own boss fight. Oh my gosh, she just looks creepy. I mean, I love her armor. The armor she's wearing looks awesome. Oh my, look at that dragon. That thing looks pissed. I mean, no, seriously, that thing looks really pissed off. Like, holy shit. Oh my god. And I don't know why, but seeing a monster, like, with fire around it looks, this is like wallpaper worthy right here. It's like definitely wallpaper worthy. And then it's just like, then I just found Mila Jovovich just running right up to it. And, like, just runs right up to this dragon. Oh my god. Like, in all honesty, I am so hyped for this movie. I can't wait to go see this when it comes out. Well, that's if the movie theaters are open. Oh my god, I love shots like this. I love shots of, like, the human next to the monster, so you get a sense of scale on how big these things are. Now, the dragon's design just looks amazing. CGI is amazing. Everything about this movie, as cliche as it already is from the trailer, I still can't wait to go see it. In all honesty, I praise Paul Anderson for choosing this gaming franchise and make it into a movie. Like, I'm already hoping that he makes sequels, at least like maybe 4 movies out of this, or 6, no matter what. Because look at Michael Bay and the Transformers movies. They all get negative reviews, and yet that movie kept getting sequels. So anyways, this is Tim W. Rago, and I'll say peace out, everybody, and thanks for listening to me. I hope you agree.